Now, if you stroll down Somerset on Saturday, you'll probably see a pile of fortune cookies in a hair salon window, some of them the size of grapefruits and watermelons. Inside a Latin grocery store, you might see paintings inspired by the items on the shelves, DJs spinning tunes in the alleyways, and you might just bump into a drag queen singing karaoke on the sidewalk. Chinatown Remixed is back for a second year. The month-long art show pairs local artists with businesses along Somerset Street West. Cynthia O'Brien is one of the organizers, and she spent the morning piling her fortune cookies in the window of Aline's hair studio. Hi there.
Hi.
And inside the Waku grocery store, you'll find mixed media sketches of Chinatown buildings, courtesy of artist Julie Cruikshank and Google Maps Street View. Hi there.
Hi.
So Cynthia, let's talk about the fortune cookies first of all. Those are big fortune cookies.
They are very big fortune cookies.
Did you bake these?
I did, and I have one here just right out of the oven.
Oh, wow. Can you describe it for the people at home?
Well, it's about the size of my two hands put together, and it's very like the color of a fortune cookie, and it says, "Good things taste great."
Okay, and are we allowed to break it open?
No. But, mind you, if you took one home, you could probably break it open on a bad day, and it would make you feel good.
Okay, so there's something nice inside?
No, just the feeling of serenity when you break something.
Oh, that feeling of serenity, of breaking things. But are there fortunes inside these cookies?
No, I wrote them on the outside this time.
Right.
Usually I hide things inside, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it this time.
What do you mean?
Sometimes I'm willing to hide little things in and put that like extra 9 yards into it, but this time I thought, no, we'll wrap it around on the outside, so it's a little easier to understand and see.
The external validation of a fortune cookie.
Exactly.
All right, Julie, I'll steer over to you. How did you end up using Google Maps Street View for your pieces?
It's kind of an interesting story. I just graduated with my BFA. I went to Mount Allison in New Brunswick. And so I knew I wanted to do this piece with with the houses on Somerset Street, and I really wanted to do a piece exploring Somerset Street, and I couldn't do it from New Brunswick. And so for a while I was sending my boyfriend out to take photos for me, and it wasn't really working because he didn't really know what I wanted, and I didn't really know what I wanted. I kind of needed the experience of walking down the street to look at things to know what I wanted to draw. And so around October, Google put up their street view of Ottawa, and I thought, great, because it's not exactly like walking down the street. It was kind of the next best thing, but you can kind of scroll down and look at things, and it is almost like being there. And so I was able to use that.
If everyone never moved, if everyone froze in one
and if
position.
everybody had fuzzy faces.
Fuzzy faces, exactly.
But yeah, so it let me basically have the experience of walking down the street, and I could say, okay, I want to draw that building, I want to draw that building, I want this angle, I want this view, and so it worked really well for that.
So can you describe what the final pieces look like?
Well, I've got 11 pieces in the show. There's a series of 10. About postcard sized, and they're little drawings of basically shop fronts all the way along Somerset. So mostly restaurants, there's one that's like a stationery store, a few different things. And then the other piece, it's a little bigger, and it's mixed media. It's gouache and collage and a bunch of different things. And it's a view of Somerset looking down from Booth.
How did you choose which buildings to focus on? What leapt out at you?
Mostly, I guess, they all sort of were the same size and shape, so that they were either the gabled houses or the sort of brick building fronts. And I guess just anything that sort of looked visually appealing to me. I mean, I drew a few buildings that that have meaning to me, like I drew the Shanghai and buildings I'd been in, and other ones were just kind of fitting that motif and things that leapt out at me as being really sort of indicative of Somerset Street.
Is there a mood that you find with Chinatown? Is there something that you really want to capture in art?
Well, for me, my work anyway, I guess it was, a lot of the series was about sort of the idea of home, because I spent basically 4 years, between places, kind of going, is this my home, and really feeling at home on Somerset Street, but not being there. Mm-hmm. And so I guess the mood I was kind of going for was that feeling of home and belonging, but seen from far away. From far away,
yeah. For people who haven't seen Julie's work yet, well worth checking out. Cynthia, give me some examples of the unconventional spaces where Chinatown's going to be showing off.
Well, we have a barbershop, an Italian barbershop, and we have Aileen's hair design shop.
Yes.
We also have restaurants, cafes. What else? Well, we have the grocery store. So they're all unique in their own merit, but they're different because they're not like white walls, easily hanging art. So you have to kind of think outside of your box and hang in strange areas, maybe. And
Can you give me an example of challenges with those spaces of finding the space for the art?
well, some of the spaces you got to figure out where to hang it. Is it going to be in the window, or will it be on a wall? And if it's on the wall, is it between these two light standards? Or a lot of the restaurants have their menus on the wall, not
That's right.
on a piece of paper. So you have to kind of walk into the space and look at the space and figure out where your art will fit. And when the committee was getting together, it's like, oh, let's place this person in this space because they're bright colors, or this work here is a bit quieter, so it fits into this quiet setting. So then the rest of it was up to the artist to kind of figure out with the owner.
What's been the toughest one? What's been the toughest meld?
I don't know. I think everyone has their own little dilemmas, and you'd have to go around and check everyone out and talk to the artists themselves.
Julie, for you, what's the value for you as an artist to show your work for this in a grocery store?
Well, I think especially for this series, it was really gratifying for me when I actually hung the work to see it sort of in situ and in the place that it's about. Because I'd only seen the work in my studio, and then at school we'd put it up in basically a gallery setting for a critique, and so I'd never seen it where it was at in the place it was about. And so it was really awesome. I hung my work on Tuesday, and standing outside the grocery store afterwards, looking at it, framed by bags of rice and different Asian grocery products, and it was like, okay, this fits, it's where it's supposed to be. It's really, I think it gives the work another dimension, and it makes it sort of more meaningful because it's talking about the place it's in, and the location and the work kind of bounce off each other in a nice way.
It's interesting to see the inspirations returning to their source, so to speak. It's kind of like them coming home, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
In some ways.
It was kind of fun hanging it too because after 4 years of art school, I've learned, okay, gallery hanging, everything needs to look neat and clean and straight and crisp. And I mean, these are all crooked and crazy looking, but it works.
It works.
You just kind of go with the space you're in.
Cynthia, Chinatown Remixed lasts for a month, but you're asking people to help you choose a permanent mural.
Yes, we are.
Can you explain that?
So this year we decided that we'd try one mural, and then hopefully in the next couple of years we'll be doing a mural or more than one every year. And so we've shortlisted 3 artists, and I guess the maquette murals will be shown at the Shanghai restaurant, and the public can go and look at the maquettes. They can also find it on our website, and you can vote for your favorite mural. And the mural is going to actually be painted on the Royal Treasury restaurant. So you can actually go down the street and look at where it's going to be. And right now it's just this big white wall with a window in it. And so you can then go look at what the artists have decided to do and how that window fits into their outlook and everything like that.
Your chance to influence Chinatown, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you both so much for coming in, and best of luck with Chinatown Remixed.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Julie Cruikshank and Cynthia O'Brien are artists. They're showing their work at Chinatown Remixed, and Cynthia is also an organizer of the month-long group art show. It sounds like it's going to be great. There are more than 50 simultaneous vernissages in Chinatown this Saturday. It's on Somerset Street, just between Percy and just past Rochester. Runs from 2 to 5 p.m. And for more information and to vote on that mural as well, you can go to ottawachinatown.ca.